Hello and welcome everyone to In the Pixel Studio's first tutorial on GameMaker 2 Studio Code and everything about GameMaker 2, sort of starting platformer tutorials. Uh, of course, if you were going to start a tutorial series, usually the first one is sort of what all the buttons do, what does the interface mean. So that's what this is about. When you open up GameMaker 2 Studio, usually you'll have a screen that looks like this. In here on the side are your projects that you might or might not have depending on if you've opened it before. And usually what you want to do is just go into this, click this button right here. And I've actually, sorry to say, never used this drag and drop button, but I have seen it and it sort of is interesting. But usually what I do is the game maker language, which is what these tutorials will be in. So we'll go with that one. And when you click that button, it gives you a window to save your project, and as soon as you find a place to save it, which I will, then you'll have a nice starter project. So I'm just going to name that folder tutorials like that because it's going to be sort of a series, so it should get a few videos out of one single project. And that's the folder name, and then you'll want to name your project name, so you can just name it the same thing or anything you want, of course. And click save, and then it should end up giving you this beautiful blank screen full of nothing that you have to fill up yourself. But that's not such a bad thing because this is a really fun program. What mostly you want to mostly what you're going to want to start off doing is you're going to want to import a sprite or create some sort of room, but usually what you do is you want to start making a sprite. So, um, besides all these buttons that are blank, you can read them yourself. They're basically just, they'll light up if you import something into them. You right click on them, and then you can, to import a sprite, you do this. And I guess there's a hotkey I didn't know about. So that will bring up the sprite import sheet, tile sets, and all these other ones. Tile sets is a combination of sprites that you can use and, you know, crop up, and so it'll be in one file, but we'll go over that in a later tutorial. They're very useful though. Besides all that, they're basically all the same, just sounds, tiles, fonts, and objects is what you use to make an actual object. Once you have a sprite, you'll create an object and then you'll link that sprite to it. And every basic starter project comes with a basic room. There's nothing in it. If you double click on it, this is what your game looks like right now. And if you want to, you click the play button and it won't do anything. It will. It should. Yeah. It will bring up this, and then technically you've already made a game, I guess. But most people usually do more than that. So that's how to get started with a blank project. To actually add anything, we will follow this up on lesson 2. And besides that, there's your basic file save open and everything. But I never use anything up here. Honestly, it's all over here. So besides that, if you're really interested, we'll discuss it later. But to build, to create the exe, you go up here and click this, and then it'll say package, a zip, or installer, and then you click and save, and it'll extract it, and you can send it to whoever you want. And I guess that's about all the beginner stuff that I want to cover. There's really not too much, but it's easy to forget where to start. So I hope you enjoyed this, and if you like these videos, please consider subscribing to my Patreon at patreon.com/inthepixel, where we will be sharing multiple pixel props, and also you'll be supporting the creation of these videos. So thank you very much, and stay tuned, and don't forget to subscribe.